I think President Biden recognizes how important Haiti is. We have a long record of involvement in Haiti. The last president to be assassinated in Haiti was in 1915, over 100 years ago. It ended up resulting in President Wilson at the time sending in troops to stabilize the country. I don't think that's what President Biden is going to do, but I think that there's been a long recognition over the last 100 years that we have to help our allies in Haiti stabilize, and that to have an unstable country, to have Haiti to turn into a completely failed state would impact our security in the United States. So we can't allow that to happen, not just for the humanitarian reasons, but also for our own safety.
So let's talk about Haiti on the ground for a second. 11 million people, fears of gang violence rising. There are already a gang problem, now in an immediate crisis, an acute crisis, no one to lead the country. If you're President Biden, and I'm not saying you have to be, but what do you do here? Do you send in troops like President Wilson, a century ago? Do you send humanitarian aid? I mean, what do you do in this situation?
Well, the government of Haiti, as I understand it, has made an appeal to the UN and the UN Security Council. One of the things that President Biden wants to do, in contrast to President Trump, is work more closely with our allies and have a multilateral approach to crises like this. So what I expect President Biden to do is to take leadership in the UN Security Council and among our other allies to try to get a coordinated response by the international community. There are no great options here. I mean, sending in UN peacekeepers, that's happened before also, a bit of a spotty record on that. Sending in U.S. troops, I'm sure Biden doesn't want to commit to that as well. But if the situation gets worse, there is going to probably need to be some sort of outside peacekeeping force. There's going to need to be a lot of humanitarian aid. And most importantly, someone like President Biden can get the political leaders in Haiti, inside Haiti, who caused so much of this internal strife, to compromise with each other. That's really why President Moise was in this constitutional crisis even before he was assassinated, was because there was political gridlock in Haiti, and strong leadership by a U.S. president to force those leaders to compromise would go a long way to helping solve the political problems in Haiti.
I wonder, David, if we're going to see something like, a peace talk type situation, but an internal peace talk, because there's not strife, there's not war, it's just unstable. So maybe President Biden will send someone to do that. Who knows? Thank you, David Tafuri. He is a former Obama campaign foreign policy advisor and former Bush State Department official. And